Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we're from Group 8. We will be presenting about halal standards used in Malaysian halal certification and importance of halal certifications and halal monitoring for foods products and external use. So our team members are Aisyah Farha binti Kamaruddin, Nur Sazlin binti Hamran, and me myself is Rehana binti Kamaruzaman. Okay, so halal industry infrastructure. So in halal industry in Malaysia, we can see through three aspects, which are certification, standard, and development. Certification, as we all know about halal certification, the halal logo, the procedure to apply for halal certification, which after the application is granted, then the premise or the product can be certified as halal and can be uh, display the halal logo on its product. And standard, there's halal standards in Malaysia that will be explained further after this, the MS Malaysia standard. And lastly is development. So the development of halal industry can be seen through government agencies such as Halal Development Corporation. So we move to halal ecosystem in Malaysia. We can look into the halal ecosystem in Malaysia is from the production itself to human capital. Okay, for production, which is such as production of food and beverages from either premise or factories, halal pharmaceutical, halal ingredients, halal cosmetic and personal care. And for services such as halal logistics, Islamic banking and takaful services, Islamic tourism, Islamic healthcare. And for infrastructures such as halal industrial parks, halal research and development testing labs, standard and certification, traceability system. And for government support, we have MITI, Kementerian Perdagangan Antarabangsa dan Industri, and Halal Development Corporation, Standards Malaysia. And for human capital, we have halal knowledge workers, halal executives and auditors, syllabus in universities and colleges. So, for example, in universities and colleges, this subject itself is human capital, is under human capital. The knowledge given to students or workers about halal industry itself, and this give working opportunities to students and workers that have more knowledge about halal ecosystem in Malaysia.
So we go to the next slide is about halal standard used in Malaysians halal certifications. So halal standard Malaysia contain practical guidelines for the food industry, such as the preparations and handling of halal food, including nutrients additive. It aims to provide basic rules for food products, as well as trade or business food in Malaysia for the halal certification process. Halal certification is an official form that refers to the halal standardizations of product and or service in accordance with the Malaysian halal certification scheme issued by the competent authority. In Malaysia, the only halal certification that can be recognized in the certification issued by JAKIM, Jabatan Kemajuan Islam Malaysia. So, the Halal Malaysia Certification Program is divided into 7 schemes, and the companies or manufacturers can choose the plan they want to use based on the type of the productions. So, this is 7 schemes are as follows. The first one is food, beverage, food supplement in one categories. Second, food premise or hotels. Third, consumer goods. Fourth, cosmetic and personal care. 5, slaughterhouse. 6, pharmaceutical industry. And 7, logistic. This is this is the procedure of halal certifications. First of all, applicants must submit an online application through www.halal.gov.my. So the application was then accepted by the My Halal system. And then after supporting Jakim Halal to receive the applicant's document, they will review the applications and review the documents. If the file sent is incomplete, the applicant should take corrective actions to complete the document review process. Then Jakim Halal will issue a free letter which include the applicants who need to pay for the Malaysian Halal certification. After the applicant has paid, Jakim Halal will arrange for your company or service to be reviewed. During the on-site audit, the auditor will take samples and send them to for laboratory analysis to ensure that all ingredients used are based on halal product. The auditor will also review the applicant's manufacturing or service processes, and if they are not satisfied with the company or service program, they will provide you with a non-conformance report for the applicants to take corrective actions. In addition, the applications take 3 months, 3 months to apply. Okay. And then the auditor then re-examines and produces an audit report that also includes laboratory analysis result. The report is then provided to the Malaysian Halal certification at the panel meeting, and they will determine whether the applicant has passed the halal request based on their criteria. If the applicants fail to meet the expectation of the panel meeting, Jakim Halal will issue a notice letter stating that the applicant has not obtained a halal certificate in Malaysia. If the applicant passed the halal request, then the Malaysian halal certificate will be issued and the process will be complete. Then applicants can use the halal certificate Malaysia logo for free on their product or service. So this is the procedure of document. Dokumen ini adalah untuk pengauditan. Apabila sudah dapat sijil halal, maka akan berlaku audit. Jadi dokumen ni perlu disediakan sebelum pengauditan. So document and record are always will keep update and easy to refer to during auditing or monitoring of Malaysian halal certifications. Documents and record of halal problems are prepared during the audit or monitoring of Malaysian halal certificate and are not limited to the following list. This is the list, some of their audit, their can audit. So the first one, halal applications file. Second, MHMS file, which means Malaysian Halal Management System files. Copy of halal company certificates, record worker, halal training record, record of purchase of raw material, bahan mentah, pest control record, perosak, kawalan makhluk perosak, product processing record, record of previous halal Malaysian halal auditing or monitoring, and others document and record that require Malaysian halal certificate. The third one is document and record of storage saving not less than 3 years, and then the new of SPHP CJL certifications. Applicant has a shortage of 3 months of documents and record for the purpose of auditing Malaysian halal certifications.
So for laws related to halal certification in Malaysia, we can look into MS Malaysia Standard 1500 2004, which is a practical guideline related to halal food preparation and handling or basic regulation of food products, trade or businesses. And this standard must be used together with MS 1480 1999, which is food safety based on hazard analysis and critical control point, and MS 1514 2001, which is general food hygiene principle. Okay, so laws related to Malaysia Halal certification. There's it doesn't mean only laws. There's standards and orders that can be used in Malaysia Halal certification. Okay, so first is Malaysian standard, which is MS 1500 2004 about halal practical guideline related to halal food preparation and handling or basic regulation of food products, trade and business, and must be used together with MS 1480 1999 and MS 1514 2001. Okay, so MS 1480 1999 is about food safety based on hazard analysis and critical control point, and MS 1514 is about general food hygiene principle. Okay, and then we look into Trade Restrictions Act 2011 atau Akta Perihal Dagangan 2011. In section 18, subsection 1, stated about false or misleading statement in advertisement. So, for individual, they can be fined with not exceeding 250,000 ringgit or imprisonment not exceeding 3 years or both. And for body corporate, if they give false or misleading statement in advertisement, then the body corporate may be fined not exceeding 500,000 ringgit. And section 29 about informative marking and certification orders. If appears to minister or to minister that the good supplied should be certified by a competent authority, marked with a mark determined by minister, and if order is made under this section, goods must be certified and marked. So in this section, it stated that the minister have the authority to make an order or to make an order to certify or mark the certain product for halal certification. Okay, and if offense is made under this section, which is such as the halal order, the halal certification does not, the halal logo placed or marked does not follow this section, then the offense made under this section may be fined for body corporate not exceeding 200,000, or for second or subsequent offense may be fined not exceeding 500,000 ringgit. And for individual or non-body corporate, then they may be fined not exceeding 100,000 ringgit or imprisonment not exceeding 3 years or both, or for second and subsequent offense, they may be fined not exceeding 250,000 or 5 years or not exceeding 5 years or both. And okay, then we look into trade descriptions, definition of halal order 2011. Okay, the first before this is about act, and this one is about order ataupun perintah. Okay, section 3 subsection 1 state about halal and other expression defined. In this section, it defined the word halal, which is halal product does not contain any part of animal prohibited by hukum syarak for a Muslim to consume, or not slaughtered accordingly to hukum syarak. It means that the product must be slaughtered based on syarak, and does not contain impurities according to syarak, does not contain intoxicate to hukum syarak, is not poisonous to health, process is not contaminated with impurities according to syarak, and so on, which is stated clearly in the or defined clearly in the section. And section 5 is about penalty for this offense, which means that maksudnya sebagai contoh dia melanggar salah satu daripada maksud halal yang dimaksudkan. Okay, for a body corporate, may be charged or fined not exceeding 5 million ringgit, and for second and subsequent offence, not exceeding 10,000 ringgit each offence. Okay, for individual, then they may be fined not exceeding 1 million ringgit, or not exceeding 3 years of imprisonment, or both. And for second and subsequent offence, they may be fined not exceeding 5 million ringgit, or imprisonment for not exceeding 5 years, or both. And lastly, about trade description, certification and marking of Halal 2011, Halal Order 2011, Section 3 about competent authorities. JAKIM and Islamic Religious Council of every state are the competent authorities to certify product or services of as halal. And Section 4 stating about certification of description of halal, which is certified by halal and competent authorities and must be marked with logo. And Section 5 about imported food and goods, the same as Section 4 but for imported food and goods. Okay, so here we can see the latest halal logo by JAKIM. We can see in Rajah Satu logo Halal JAKIM yang terkini, the latest logo, the only logo by JAKIM that is certified right now. Okay, the one below is the Halal logo made before 2011, before the Trade Distribution Act was 2011 and 1975 was amended, and this halal logo are not applicable anymore, and we can only use the halal logo by JAKIM, the only certified halal logo by JAKIM, the one above. So Malaysia halal certification requirements. In Malaysia, the halal certification requirements, the applicant must be registered by companies, Commission of Malaysia or SSM, Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia, or Cooperative Commission of Malaysia, Suruhanjaya Koperasi Malaysia, or any government agency. And must be licensed by local authorities atau pihak berkuasa tempatan or any other government agencies, and must be fully operated before applying for the certification, the halal certification, and must manufacture and or handle only halal products and comply to halal standard. It must not the company or the premise must not manufacture or handle any other goods or food other than halal products. And they must ensure that the source of ingredients are halal. Maybe they can get the products from a halal distributor, a halal supplier, or supplier that only supplies halal ingredients only. And the applicant must apply for every product or menu produced by the factory or premise. It means every product and does not exclude any of them. And if the applicant is doing a business of repacking, then they must submit recognized halal certification of the product before repacking. Okay, so halal logo usage requirements. There's four different usage of different premise or factories. Okay, so the first is for product and slaughterhouse. So the first, if it's for product and slaughterhouse, which means about meat, about poultry, then they must be printed. The halal logo must be printed and displayed clearly on every product that are certified, and they must follow the specifications set by the halal, the JAKIM, and it can be used for advertisement but must be placed appropriately. And the logo color can be customized as long as it does not change its specification. For example, the word halal in different font, they can't change it. Only the color can be changed. And for premise, The halal logo can be displayed at certified premises only. If the premise is not certified, then it is an offense that can be fined and fined and imprisonment. And can be the halal logo can be displayed on certified menu only and must be placed at the appropriate place. And the halal logo can be advertised and must be printed on appropriate place. Okay, so next about hotel. Okay, so for hotel, the halal logo can be displayed on menu. Logo can be placed at any appropriate area in restaurant, the hotel restaurant or cafe, coffee house. And if only kitchen is certified halal, logo can only be displayed in kitchen area only. And the halal logo cannot be displayed on cashier or and the usage of logo in restaurant, coffee house, or function room is allowed only if halal certification is made for all kitchen that supplies or make food and beverages. And for logistics, halal logo must be displayed in certified premises only and may be used for advertisement purposes and must be printed on suitable place.
Okay, my name is Aisha, and I would like to present my part, which is the importance of halal certificates and the halal monitoring for foods products and external use. Alright, the first part is the importance of halal certification for food product and external use. The first one is halal certificate enable entrepreneur to market the product to various country, especially in country with majority Muslim. Since the halal certification by JAKIM is well known worldwide, it will be easily accepted by all countries. Secondly, as a confirmation for Muslim customers that the food served is halal and it is accordance with Islamic law. Uh, Thirdly, assure customers that the food served is halal and healthy. And the premise hygiene and sanitation procedure are at the top notch. We cannot that whenever permits been revoked their halal certificate due to the hygiene and sanitation issue, like what had happened to Secret Recipe, because it is the requirement for permits to that have the halal certificate. The fourth, gaining customers' trust. As we know, there are very strictly requirements to be fulfilled to get halal certificate. The statistics shown about 60% of halal certificate applicants are non-Muslim entrepreneurs that which benefits them greatly to get customers' trust buying their product. And lastly, widen the range of customers by attracting Muslim customers and non-Muslim who are halal consumers. There is a research state that halal food has become popular in many non-Muslim countries worldwide. Non-Muslim consumers in countries such as Russia and Philippines choose to purchase halal products because the food is assumed to be fresh, natural, and safe, and it is believed that religious Muslims are more likely to be honest. It is being stated by the Golness 2010. Next, we go to the second part, the importance of halal monitoring for food products and external use. Firstly, the certificate holder is responsible for anything misuse or misappropriation of the certificate is subject to powerful law. Means that the halal certificate holder must be responsible to serve the halal product and follow the halal requirement. Second one, to ensure that Malaysian halal certification guidelines and procedures are always fulfilled by the certificate holder. If there is an operator or distributor of import food products that against the halal certification guidelines that have been set, then action can be taken according to the category of offences committed. Typically, actions such as certificate suspension, instruction, and withdrawal of the use of the halal logo. Okay, next, to prevent from forgery and misuse of halal certificates and logos, as well as non-compliance with import products containing non-halal ingredients. For the issue nowadays, there are several products that have been caught guilty of using halal certificate. Okay, the last one, to make sure the product which already get halal certification must constantly update with its halal status. According to Jabatan Agama Islam Malaysia, every halal certificate only valid for a period of 2 years, so they must be renewed before it expired. Monitoring in charge from JAKIM will give notice to all halal certificate holders who are not obey the requirement.
So in conclusion, we can see halal certificate in Malaysia in two parts. First, from a religious aspect, halal compliance by Muslim individual and the Muslim community. Second, from the aspect of halal industry, halal compliance carried out by the authorities to guarantee halal on the product. So these guidelines that we present before include the procedure for inspections, verifications, and application of halal certificate. Approval, condition, monitoring, and enforcement can be seen further on the website www.halal.gov.my. So it was challenges of government agency in developing the Malaysian halal industry. So they try to provide an understanding of halal concept and law to Muslim and non-Muslim entrepreneur and to provide understanding to consumer and Malaysians in general on the halal certification process and the jurisdictions and role of each body involved. So thank you for listening.